Why is my pothos vine bare? Have you ever noticed that your pothos has a long vine with leaves only near the end, while the older part of the stem is completely bare? This is a very common problem. A pothos can produce long vines, but over time, some leaves may fall off and leave behind long sections of empty stem. The good news is that a bare pothos vine doesn't necessarily mean the plant is unhealthy. There are several possible reasons for bare vines, and in many cases, you can improve the plant's appearance with better light, pruning, and propagation. In this video, we'll look at why pothos vines become bare and what you can do to encourage fuller growth. Let's get started. Number 1, not enough light. One of the most common reasons for a bare pothos vine is insufficient light. Pothos can survive in low light, but low light doesn't always produce the fullest growth. When light is limited, the plant may produce fewer leaves and longer spaces between them. Older leaves may also eventually drop, leaving a long section of bare stem. Move your pothos to a location with bright, indirect light. Avoid intense direct sunlight, especially through a hot window. Better light can support stronger new growth and help prevent the plant from becoming increasingly sparse. Number 2, natural leaf loss. Sometimes a bare section is simply the result of normal growth. As pothos vines become older, individual leaves can naturally age and fall. If the growing tip remains healthy, the plant can continue producing new leaves at the end of the vine. This can eventually create a long, bare section behind the newer foliage. A healthy plant can still have some bare stems. The question is whether the plant is continuing to produce healthy new growth. Number 3, the vine has been damaged. Physical damage can also cause leaves to disappear. A vine may be bent, crushed, rubbed against furniture, or accidentally pulled. If a node or leaf is damaged, the leaf may eventually die and fall away. Inspect the bare section carefully. If the stem is still firm and healthy, you may be able to keep it and encourage new growth from its nodes. If the stem is soft, damaged, or rotting, that section may need to be removed. Number 4, overwatering and root problems. If your pothos is losing leaves rapidly, don't only look at the vines, check the roots. Overwatering and poor drainage can damage the root system. When roots are stressed, the plant may struggle to support its leaves and new growth. Make sure the pot has drainage holes and use a well-draining potting mix. Allow the appropriate portion of the soil to dry before watering again. Don't keep the soil constantly wet. Healthy roots are essential for maintaining healthy foliage. 5, underwatering. Severe or repeated underwatering can also cause leaves to yellow, wilt, and eventually fall. If the plant is frequently becoming extremely dry, growth can slow and the vines may become sparse. Water thoroughly when the plant needs it, then allow excess water to drain away. The goal isn't to keep the soil constantly wet. It's to avoid both prolonged dryness and excessive moisture. Consistent care gives the plant better conditions for continued growth. 6, the plant is growing long but not full. Sometimes the problem is simply the plant's growth pattern. Pothos naturally grows by extending its vines. If you never prune or propagate the plant, you may eventually end up with a few very long vines rather than a full bushy container. This doesn't necessarily mean the plant is unhealthy. It simply means the plant needs more growing points if you want a fuller appearance. Number 7, prune the bare vine. If a vine has become very long and bare, pruning can improve the plant's shape. Look for healthy nodes along the bare section. A node is the point where a leaf or aerial root emerges from the stem. You can make a clean cut near a healthy node. With the right conditions, new growth may develop from nodes farther back on the vine. Pruning redirects the plant's energy and can help create a more compact appearance. Number 8, propagate the healthy cuttings. Don't throw away healthy pieces of the vine. Pothos is very easy to propagate from stem cuttings. Cut the vine into sections, making sure each cutting contains at least one healthy node. You can root suitable cuttings in water or an appropriate growing medium. Once they develop roots, plant them back into the same container if you want a fuller pothos. This is one of the best ways to turn a sparse plant into a fuller trailing display. Number 9, add cuttings back into the pot. If the original plant has only 1 or 2 long vines, adding rooted cuttings can make a dramatic difference. Place several rooted cuttings around the pot rather than putting everything in one location. As those cuttings grow, you'll have multiple vines developing from different points. This creates a much fuller base. Over time, the new vines can grow long and cascade alongside the older ones. 10. Don't cut everything at once. If your pothos has several healthy vines, you don't need to remove them all. Keep healthy sections that still look attractive. Prune only the vines that are excessively bare, damaged, or difficult to manage. You can gradually reshape the plant over several pruning sessions. This allows the pothos to continue growing while you improve its overall appearance. Hack 11. Give new growth enough light. After pruning, good light becomes especially important. The new growth needs enough energy to develop healthy leaves. Place the plant in bright, indirect light. If the light remains too low, new vines may become sparse again. Good lighting doesn't just help existing leaves, it helps support the next generation of growth. 12. Be patient. A bare vine won't become full overnight. After pruning, the plant needs time to activate new growth points. You may see small shoots first, followed by new leaves. Don't keep cutting the plant because you don't see immediate results. Give it time. Consistent light, watering, and nutrition are more important than frequent intervention. Common mistakes to avoid. When dealing with a bare pothos vine, avoid a few common mistakes. Don't overwater because the plant is losing leaves. Don't cut healthy vines unnecessarily. Don't leave the plant in very low light after pruning. Don't throw away healthy cuttings. And don't expect one pruning session to completely transform the plant. Fullness develops over time. A simple way to fix a bare pothos vine. Here's a simple approach. First, check the light. Second, inspect the roots and improve drainage if necessary. Third, identify healthy nodes on the bare vine. Fourth, prune overly long or unattractive sections. Fifth, propagate healthy cuttings. Sixth, plant rooted cuttings back into the pot to create more growing points. Then, give the plant bright, indirect light and consistent care. Over time, new vines can develop and the plant can become much fuller. Final thoughts. So why is your pothos vine bare? It could be caused by low light, natural leaf loss, physical damage, watering problems, or simply the plant's natural trailing growth pattern. The solution is usually not complicated. Start by improving the growing conditions. Then prune the bare sections strategically and use healthy cuttings to create new plants or add more growth back into the same pot. With enough light and healthy roots, those new growing points can gradually produce fresh leaves and longer vines. Remember, a bare pothos vine isn't necessarily a sign of a dying plant. Sometimes it simply needs a little reshaping. With patience and proper care, you can turn a sparse pothos into a fuller, healthier, and much more beautiful trailing plant. Thank you for watching Plants Every Day. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more simple indoor plant care tips. Be sure to explore our pothos vines and trailing playlist for more easy guides on growing longer, fuller, and more beautiful pothos vines. See you in the next video. Happy growing!